Okay. Good morning. I know majority of you used to me being on Mystical Moments, but I wanted to go back to this today. The peanut butter, just couldn't help yourself, right? Just can't help yourself. I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough. Just can't get enough. Okay. Now. Alright. Let me just let my other channels know that I'm on, because a lot of people, I haven't even got my notification yet that I was live. Which is super annoying. Live on Prophecies of Yamande Beatrice, accompanied by AI. Prophecies. Not recording. My goodness, it did not pick up on my voice at all. Live on Prophecies of your modern day Beatrice. Beatrice. Not Beatrice or Tetris. I guess I'm going to have to spell it. No, not deers. Is this real life? Okay. Alright. So I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. And football came on. So let me do one more thing. Does anybody know what's going on in the football industry? For one, I'm just going to take the video and just copy link, and then we're going to get right into this. All right. No, I don't want that. I want... Where's my main channel? Jeez Louise. Where's my, that's weird. Playlist, posts, okay. Now let me go back to my account. All right. So we're going to talk football, I guess. I don't know what's going on with football. Anybody know what's going on with the football industry right now? Espionage? What's going on with the NFL currently? The Broncos signed former Colts. They support the LGBTQ. Let's see. Where's my coffee? Oh my lord. I could have kicked that over in a heartbeat. Okay. 2 of you. Why is my camera shaking? Oh. Something to be clipped over here. It should not be shaking or falling. Oh, it's stuck with that. Why are you falling? Okay. We have anything to do with espionage? Ain't currently any major espionage scandals dominating the NFL headlines. Okay, so okay. Unconventional methods is long-standing, often subtle part of the league's culture. So we have quarterback spies. Okay, I had no idea this was a fucking thing. Back up. So I don't know if this means something here is going to make the news. Newsworthy. Worthy. Hey Siri, how do you spell worthy?
Worthy. W-O-R-T-H-Y.
It's exactly what I just had. But it doesn't seem... I just spelled the same exact word and then something doesn't seem right there. So someone may not be worthy. So we have just my pinpoint. Can't stand on that upside down. All right, so we have right? Yeah. Quarterback spies. We have a long Longhorn package. I don't know what that is. I didn't know we'd be talking about the NFL. We have counter measurements. Countermeasures. We have tech and spying. Examples of spying. The Steelers switched one back attack, something they've never used before, to intend to keep the secret of the kickoff. The Patriots successfully deployed special teams ace Brandon Schooler as a quarterback spy on the Bears. Historical examples. The Patriots were accused of using illegal videotaping methods to steal signs of the New York Jets in 2007. And it was Belichick. So the last big one almost looks like 2007. Okay, so the latest NFL scoop. Bills CB Christian Bedford's life-changing contract won't change mindset. Get the Super Bowl with the league. Ravens owner Steve Biscotti. 12 years now. Former Bengals, Rams, Bowl, Whitworth, something Orlando NFL honors. So right now we have Andrew Whitworth. See, I just said, you guys, with Worthy up here. Remember I said something about Worthy? I'm like, and then we have an Andrew Whitworth without the Y, obviously. Stumps for OL awards. I don't know what OL awards are. Awards of NFL honors. So I think there's something going on there. And then we have Trey Hendrickson. Bengals execs. I'm just going to do that. Comments on contract talks were disappointing. I like my thin ones. Sorry about that, guys. So does anybody know about this by any chance? NFL Broncos signed Colts quarterback. Deal now fully guaranteed through the 26th, 2026. Bengals EVP Kate Blackburn on Trey Hickerson situation. We'll just see how it all plays out. Something going on with the Bengals. Okay, so what's currently going on with the FNL Bengals team? That was supposed to be NFL. I didn't watch football this year. Cincinnati Bengals. History catches up with innovation as founders. Bengals founder Paul reaches the top of the NFL record book. So, founder Paul Brown. Today's headlines: Bengal gets uncomfortable in news. Second round NFL mock draft. Joe Burrow gets an NBA. Joe Burrows gets NBA. Comparison after Chase Higgins contract. So if this is good morning, if this is going to make headline news, guys, anybody else, any ideas on what's this on? I just decided to go on here because I haven't been on here in a while and I haven't been feeling mystical moments ever since I took a break, but it wasn't even an intentional break. So it's just been busy. And again, I didn't watch football last year, which I typically do, and I was actually going to do squares this year, and I didn't because I knew I wasn't going to be watching. But I was going to let Spirit play it out, but I just didn't. So let me just listen to this real quick. Any ideas would be great.
Every single one of my trades completely for free. I live stream.
Welcome into Bengals Breakdown. I am your host, Stone Jill. Thanks so much for hanging out with us here on a Wednesday evening. Coming up on today's show, we've got a lot to discuss. Trey Anderson, of course, went on the Pat McAfee show. He had to discuss some of the things that Katie Blackburn had to say the day previously down in those meetings, those owners' meetings down in Florida. We're going to be breaking down all of those comments here on today's show. Also, The Athletic kind of put out a piece kind of rounding up the offseason.
So Katie with the liar and I.
We've got some quotes from some anonymous NFL execs that have commented on what Cincinnati has done this offseason. We're going to be breaking those down as well here on today's show. But before we get into that, big shout out to you guys for helping us hit that 18,000 subscriber mark. We were able to do that yesterday on April Fool's Day. Next big milestone for us is going to be 19,000 subscribers. That is the next goal. Big shout out to all of you guys for making 18K happen. Before we know it, we'll be talking about 20K as well on today's, on a future video at Bengals Breakdown. So for all the best Bengals rumors, news, draft talk, you name it, we got it here at Bengals Breakdown. Hit that sub button for me right now, youtube.com/Bengals TV. All right, so Katie Blackburn has made some headlines over the past couple of days for some comments that she has made in regards to Trey Hendrickson. Katie Blackburn, of course, is the executive vice president of the Cincinnati Bengals, and she really oversees everything with this organization. Now, she is the daughter of Mike Brown, but as Mike Brown has
Hickerson
aged, Katie Blackburn
or
has really taken over
Henderson?
kind of as the owner of the football team. So let's get into what Katie had to say down at those owners' meetings in Florida. She said, "I wish I knew for sure exactly what would happen. I'd be lying if I said I knew exactly what's going to happen. We'll just have to see how it all plays out." And then this is the part right here that kind of got people a little fired up, right? She goes, "He should be happy at certain rates that maybe he doesn't think he'd be happy at. Some of it is on him to be happy at some point. And if he's not, that's what holds it up sometimes. It takes him to say yes to something. We all have the respect. We have all the respect in the world for him. He's been a great player. We're happy to have him. And so maybe we'll find a way to get something to work. We're just going to have to see where it goes." Thoughts around the corner. But I want to hear from you guys. I'm sure you guys are going to have a lot to say in regards to those comments from Katie Blackburn. What is your one-word reaction to her comment? That is the pinned comment of today's video. So if that ad comes here on YouTube, that's totally fine. You could ignore it, take advantage of it. Get down in the comment section. Let us know. All right. I don't really have a problem with what she came out and said. To be completely honest with you, she's just kind of stating facts, and she understands that it's probably going to ruffle some feathers. I don't know if she understood necessarily when it came out of her mouth, but looking back, she definitely should understand that it does. But at the end of the day, it is a negotiation, right? This is what happens in the offseason. It's all a part of the NFL. These guys, these players are trying to get mass amounts of money. This money for guys like me and probably most of you guys watching this, it's really hard to wrap your head around it. These guys comments from Katie Blackburn. What is your one-word reaction to her comment? That is the pinned comment of today's video. So if that ad comes here on YouTube, that's totally fine. You could ignore it, take advantage of it. Get down in the comment section. Let us know. Yeah. All right. I don't really have a problem with what she came out and said. To be completely honest with you, she's just kind of stating facts, and she understands that it's probably going to ruffle some feathers. I don't know if she understood necessarily when it came out of her mouth, but looking back, she definitely should understand that it does. But at the end of the day, it is a negotiation, right? This is what happens in the offseason. It's all a part of the NFL. These guys, these players are trying to get mass amounts of money.
Okay,
money
this
for
is
guys
why
like
this
me
is
and
coming
probably
in.
most of you guys watching this, it's really hard to wrap your head around this. These guys are going out there playing football and making millions of dollars. This is big time money that we are talking about. So the Bengals aren't just going to give that away. It's a two-way street. They got to negotiate, right? The Bengals have dished out a ton of money recently, right? When you talked about Joe Burrow's contract a couple of off seasons ago, and then what they did with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. For an organization like the Cincinnati Bengals, that probably was nauseating, to be completely honest with you, to fork out that much money, despite the fact that they're thrilled to have those three guys here in Cincinnati. They have spent a ton as far as giving big time contracts to several players over the past couple of seasons. And Hendrickson wants a ton of money. Now, he goes on Pat McAfee, right? And we saw him down at Radio Row at the Super Bowl, too. And he acts like, I don't want to say he acts like, because he does seem like a nice guy. He really does seem like a nice, selfless guy. But at the end of the day, he's looking at his number saying, that's 17 and a half sacks both the past two seasons. I deserve to be getting a ton of money. And he doesn't feel like he is making the proper money for the production that he's put out there on the football field. And for the just to be very clear here, I agree with him. He deserves to be making more than what he is based on that production. But again, it's a negotiation. Both sides are going to go back and forth here. Let's take a look at what Trey Hendrickson had to say earlier today on the Pat McAfee show when he went on that program. He said communication has been poor over the last couple of months. That's something I hold in high regard. They have not communicated with my agent directly. It's been something that's been a little bit frustrating.
Okay,
go ahead,
so
play the level you have. We'll get it done. And the message.
So is Blackburn his agent? Is that what it was saying? Is Black? So I'm guessing. I don't want to guess here. Okay.
Cincinnati sent to Trey Henderson per Trey Henderson. That was communicated with me. They also reiterated that at the combine. So that just kind of clears the air on that. And moving forward, the happiness of my camp. They're more than welcome to call me. I've had the same cell phone number since high school. Open line of communication is always open with me and my agent. So if they have anything they'd like to discuss, we've been nothing but willing to listen. 3 years ago, I began to ask for a long-term contract with guaranteed money. So those deadlines have kind of all just been a blur. I've just been hunting quarterbacks. But at this point, it is what it is. I don't know if I can put a timestamp on it. And that's where to read that I read yesterday. That's where to read what I read yesterday was confusing, like it's my decision. I would have been willing to sign 3 years ago, and this year. It was communicated to me that we would get something done this year. Now, hearing all of this from Trey Henderson obviously isn't good news, right? Katie Blackburn went out and said one thing. And then the next day, Trey Henderson basically says, well, I haven't heard anything from the Cincinnati Bengals. And, there's multiple reasons to not feel very good about this if you are a fan. Now, I would hope the Bengals wouldn't just go out there and lie, but they have a track record of, treating players not the right way. So it wouldn't surprise me if they haven't been in contact with Trey Henderson, despite the fact that Duke Tobin at the combine said that it was a priority to get Trey Henderson done, and that Katie Blackburn was essentially saying that, yeah, we've made offers to him, but they haven't been good enough in the eyes of Trey Henderson. Henderson 100% has the right to be ticked off here, especially when he's looking around at his boys, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. They're getting paid a ton of money, and Trey Henderson's going, I've been doing just as good, if not better, not than Jamar Chase, but T. Higgins, you could argue, I'm providing more for you than T. Higgins has from a pass rush perspective, and I'm not getting mine. Now, if you remember, this is also just some built-up frustration. Henderson requested a trade going into 2024, and then he requested permission to seek a trade here a couple of weeks ago, right? This has kind of been an ongoing thing, and all he has done since then is balled out. If I completely get the frustration here with Trey Henderson, it's going to come down to, we might just have to do it.
So, update would be G. Alex Caps is on the roster. Let's just put roster up here. They were the third in AFC North in 2024. Ranked 27. 3 Super Bowls. Didn't somebody just not take the Lombardi Trophy? Was that one of them? It's pulling me back to here. So Worthy. So Andrew Whiteworth. Awards, honors. Okay, so what's with this Wentworth dude? Let's focus on Wentworth right now. What is currently going on with Andrew Whiteworth? He is a retired player and former pro bowler. He's currently advocating for the NFL to create a reward specifically that what I can't say, recognizing the best defensive lineman each year. Thursday Night Football broadcasting career 2022 halftime. Whitworth believes it's time for the NFL to recognize the contributions of offensive linemen that play a crucial role in receiving the same individual recognition as other positions. I definitely agree with that too. He's actively pushing the NFL to create an award for offensive linemen in important positions. Commissioner Roger Goodall says he has gotten positive feedback. Who's Roger Goodall? Do I have him down here? I don't know if he's relevant at all. More recognition on the way. Former Rams Andrew Whitworth is spearheading a push to shine spotlight on offensive linemen. A positive group that often gets attention for the wrong reasons, surrendering a sack or getting flagged for a penalty. Former Bengals Rams pro Andrew Whitworth 12 hours ago stumps at OL Awards, NFL honors. That was in 2021 though.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your outfit first before meeting your
Why are
boyfriend's
we going back to
So check Allstate
2021?
first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
But published the second 2025?
It is my incredible honor to welcome the newest member to this special fraternity of hope and love, Andrew Whitworth. Thank you. Wow, what a special moment for me and my family. I want to start by thanking my wife, Melissa. I don't know where she's sitting, but I wouldn't be up here without her passion for community service and support she's always given me. Melissa and I have always believed that community service starts in our home. It starts with our own kids, because the best lessons we can give them is for them to learn from their mom and dad what it means to try, to fail, to regroup, and grow from the process. I also want to thank Molly Higgins and the Los Angeles Rams organization. Their commitment to the community is nothing short of greatness. It's unbelievable. It's one of the most special things I've been around. A team that truly believes in community effort. This award, though, has been about players who are great on the football field, but live with their hearts off of it. They made their time in the NFL about more than just the stats they put out on the field, but how they lived off of it. I'm humbled, I'm honored to stand up here and represent the outstanding class of 2021 nominees and all the previous winners. Give them a round of applause. Come on. But I'm here to tell you, we have more work to do. Social media has been great for bringing awareness to all our causes. But that's not enough. We need more action. Whether we choose to acknowledge it or not, this is the truth. The people who come to see us play, who watch our game on TV,
Anybody
who buy
know
our
what this is in
jerseys,
regards
who
to?
follow you on social media,
Well,
they're why our game exists.
anybody
It's why we
here
have a
watch
field to
football
play on.
like this?
We are financially supported and provided the opportunity to play a kid's game because of the support we receive from communities across this country and across the world. But how are we supporting back? In what ways are we paying it forward to the same communities we all grew up in, we all came from, or maybe the people that we've seen struggling along the way we got to where we are? It can be as simple as making a kid smile by walking in school and telling them you love them and you believe them, and they can achieve anything they want. Or maybe it's stepping up financially and saying, I'm going to ensure every child has the same opportunity in education, regardless of what their zip code is or what state they live in. Or maybe it's using your platform to make sure local government and officials are always creating programs and funding that have youth having an equal playing field and the ability to chase every dream they ever had.
Yeah, I definitely think that's important. So I think he's doing the right thing. Well, I'm hearing no. So what's up with that? All right, let me go pee and I'll be right back. I was looking for the little stick that says be right back. I don't know where my thing is. Ladies, do we know anything about football? Let's start gabbing. Okay. So, what I'm being told is, my bathroom stuff. So, what I'm currently being told is that Andrew Whitworth is doing the right thing, but Spirit says no. So, do I think that offensive linemen should be acknowledged? Yes. Spirit does too. That's not a bad thing. But there's something with whatever Andrew is doing now is for the wrong reasons. So would anybody know why that would be? What he's currently doing now is for wrong reasons. Would anybody know why? I can't believe football came to me. So will Trey get more money? I want to know that. Will he get more money this upcoming season 2025? Does Trey Hendrickson play for the Bengals? Yeah, we just went through that. My dad has shoes on. I don't know where he's going. So, will Trey get more money this upcoming season, 2025? I'm getting yes, but there's a but. He won't get the long contract, or he won't sign for the long contract. Off the computer. But that's weird because he wants it. I think they're going to offer it. Well, Spirit's saying they're going to offer it. It will get offered, but he's not going to take it. So I guess right now what he's like year for year, or it's like he's in, but he wanted this, or is this his last year and the contract's up? I don't know. I know he already has a contract, but I don't know where his contract's at. So will he get offered a higher pay grade? The answer is yes. He get offered like another 3-year contract, but he's not going to take it. But that's what he wanted. So that's interesting. But I think he's going to play. Where's my cat going? Too late. He's already gone. You want me to put the TV? Come here, bud. I put on YouTube for you. Yesterday he started talking like as if I was on YouTube, like he was missing you guys because I didn't do anything. I put the birdies on for you.
We have a healthy disregard.
I put the birdies on for you. Good morning, birdies. Yeah, just for butter. Okay. So, Trey will get more money this coming season. Do we know how many years he has under contract? What is Trey Hendrickson contract up? One year extended 2023 is set to expire 2025. Okay. Initial contract Hendrickson initially signed 4-year $60 million. 2023 he signed 1 year $21 million, bringing his total contract to a 5-year deal. Current status, he has 1 year remaining on his contract from 2023. He is set to earn a base salary in 2025 of $15.8 million. Contract talks. Hendrickson has been seeking long-term extension from the Bengals for the last 2 seasons. I think he feels like he's being treated unfairly, and I think he's going to go, well, from what Spirit is indicating, that he's going to sign with someone else upcoming 2026 NFL season. So this will be his last season with the Bengals. Or He's going to make some moves in 2026. He might stay with them depending on, might sign again with Bengals. Depending on money and his worth on how he's treated 2025. So he might sign with them in 2026. It just depends on how 2025 goes. He'll be going with a new agent in 2026. Who is this Roger Goodall? Who is Roger Goodall? 66. He's the commissioner and the league's 8th CEO. His salary for 2 fucking seasons, $63.9 million annually, higher than Drake Prescott, the highest paid NFL star. That's fucking wild. Here, work for me for a year or two. You can make $63.9 million in 1 year. He must have some valuable fucking knowledge. So he definitely plays part of something here. Is that an OLL? Goodell? Good. Oh, I don't even know. Goodell. Okay. There's something here linked to.
With Geico, we can easily.
Who is the current commissioner? Oh, he's not anymore? Oh, why is he... still the football commissioner? Or I should be saying NFL. Okay, yes, he is. His contract recently extended until 2027. But right now, contract extended. Calling me to Jerry Maguire? I have no idea. He's been a focal point of discussions regarding player safety rule change, and so he must also be linked to Andrew. I mean, they're all linked, just the fucking commissioner. So He's a good commissioner, and he's the right commissioner, is what I'm hearing. But what does his annual salary is $63.9 million. So 2019 to 2021, 128 million over the last 2 years. Like, what the fuck? I'm getting pulled to like not espionage now. I'm getting pulled to like money. Like some of these bigwigs, their money needs to. They shouldn't make as much money. I know they're just as valuable because they're part of the whole NFL crew, but I mean, they make too much money. Although I don't think that's going to be an issue. I don't think that's going to be brought up. I feel like it should be brought up, though. And not a good thing. That's a no. So what the fuck is he up to? So he's currently advocating for the wrong reasons. So I think Andrew Wentworth is going to get caught. Whitworth. Doing what? I don't know. I don't know if it's fraud. There's something with fraud here. Has there been any allegations against Andrew Whitworth in regards to fraud? Yes, there's been allegations. Okay. So, Spirit's right here. Everyone just thinks it's a conspiracy theory or a tax fraud, but I need you to see that a little bigger. So, this is telling me, okay, so yes, there's been allegations of fraud and tax fraud. Andrew Whitworth, the individual's question is him, allegations or convictions. Whitworth was convicted of espionage, conspiracy with tax fraud. That was the first thing that came out of my mouth was espionage. He was fined to a significant amount with McGriven stating the fines were calculated to 710. Let's just say 700,000. The new federal law was mentioned 250,000 fines with certain felonies, charges, conviction, and unclear, but it was unclear if the law would cover his case. So this was, it's not giving me a date for this one, it's just giving me the information. So this espionage is in regards to Whitworth. I didn't even know these were allegations. This almost looks like these allegations, hi baby, were from a while ago. It's not giving me dates. Let me do fraud 2025. We had power outages last night, tornadoes hit. Oh my gosh, careful. I know there was a big one. What was it, Missouri? Mississippi? I know they've been disastrous lately. I've kind of been avoiding doing the weather because I did say that the next 6 months is going to be catastrophic with weather. So I try to stay away from it. But I know I'm not supposed to. So these are all accusations from a while ago. I think it's happening again. So, again, so he hasn't been caught for this 2025 because when I started talking about it, he was doing it for the wrong reasons. He was doing it for the right reasons. Spirit said no. But I do agree with advocating for linebackers, linemen. Pretty sure the linebackers, right? So what he's currently doing is for the wrong reasons, and that's probably telling me it's linked to money. So he's going to be caught again in 2025 for fraud. It's going to be newsworthy. Yeah, see up here, or someone not worthy. I didn't even remember that. That was all in the beginning. And then I did all this, and then Andrew Whitworth came in, and I knew there was something about Worth because I was like, something's not right here. So something is not right with him, with Andrew. Something not right here with him. He will be caught again. So there's more on Andrew Whitworth. Let me just see if we're done with Trey. All right, we're done with Trey. Found out Paul Brown, Joe Burrows, kind of Chase Higgins contract. Who's Chase Higgins? Is that another player? What the fuck? Who is Trey Higgins? Chase Higgins. Did he die? Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver who recently got served 8 for extensions of their team. his playing ability, especially with Joe Burrow. Second mock draft, Joe Burrow gets NBA. I don't even know what that says. It's mixed up. Chase Higgins. Comparison after Chase Higgins contract. With their partnership with quarterback Joe Burrow dating back to when they were in their college days. Both Chase and Higgins have signed 4-year extensions with the Bengals, keeping them Cincinnati for prime along with quarterback Joe Burrow. Chase's deal is $1.61 million, the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Chase's deal runs through 2029. Chase. So we have Chase. His contract is $1.61 million to 2029 contract. Higgins' deal is worth $115 for the first 2 years guaranteed. Chase T. Higgins told Fox Sports Sunday he agrees with contract exception. "23 hours ago, one executive thinks they should pay Trey Hendrickson a new deal and traded Higgins on franchise tag. Cincinnati signed Higgins for 4 years, $1.15 million, while Chase inked a 4-year extension of $161 23 hours ago. Who's T. Higgins? Because I have, who do I have down for Higgins? Chase. I don't know. So that's a big deal. Signed Higgins for 4 years. While Chase inked a 4-year extension worth $161 million. It doesn't make sense. Cincinnati signed Higgins for 4-year, $115 million deal, while Chase is inked for a year extension. Is this the same person, or am I reading two different fucking people here? Because there was a T. Higgins too. Now these, it sounds like they're talking about two different people here. T. Higgins? Who's T. Higgins? Are they brothers? Okay, so Chase did the 161, and then T Okay, so one executive thinks they should have paid Trey Hendrickson a new deal and traded Higgins on the franchise tag, which they didn't. So does that mean that, you know, Trey, again, he's got 1 year. But they should have paid that to extend his contract for 4 years as well. But they chose not to. So I'm hearing beef, so there'll probably be some controversy when it comes to that. So them two got contracts. He still has his 1 year. He still has his 1 year left. And again, if they try to offer him something now, I just want to get the black off of that. If they try to offer him, well, they didn't. They gave the offer to someone else. So they didn't give him a contract. So he's got to be pissed that these other ones are getting contracts. So it would make sense on why, if they wanted him again, he wouldn't re-sign with them. But if they offer him a lot of money and continue to want him on the team, he'll take it. So maybe there's something this year where he wasn't happy with the pay, but still took it because he's under contract for another year. So he must have fought a couple times for this. I think he's getting like 15. I don't remember. He fought to get what he's getting now. So he's probably pissed. He might sign again depending on the money, on his worth, and how he's treated in 2025. So he's not playing around. But I do think they're going to give him a huge offer next year and a longer contract, which I think he's going to take. So he'll probably stay on the team. But in 2025, he's not playing games. All right, bye, Amy. Have a great day. Hope everybody stays safe. Amy, message me your phone number in Messenger when you get a chance. And we need to gather everybody's number for the little summer vacation we're planning. That we have to start planning. So wait, let's get back to this. There's got to be something bigger than all this if I got pulled to football and espionage and worth. You know, there's something going on with money right now, probably in regards to contracts, which is probably illegal, but they find a way around it. And I don't know if that has to also do with Andrew Whitworth playing a part of that. Well, yeah, he's the one doing it for the wrong reasons. And he will be caught for fraud again. So he's probably stealing money. He's stealing money from the NFL. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Currently stealing money from NFL. I'm hearing commissioner. So I think Roger and Andrew are working together. So, and he was the one making like what? How much a year? 63 million? And he's advocating for the wrong reasons. And him and Roger are both stealing money from the NFL. I don't think they're going to get caught until close to when the season starts. It looks like they're going to get caught this month. This is where they get caught up. They get caught up in something in April this month. They're both stealing money for like outside like fundraisers or something. And I think it has to do with fundraising. But again, this is where this, I don't think this is the espionage part of it. Or is it? It must be. Because Andrew's already been caught for that. And it's the so I was like, I can't believe I'm doing football. And then espionage came out. And then, which is the concept of spying. Gonna get caught with that as well. So I'm assuming it's in regards to the Bengals. I don't know how many other people are in with this. I mean, there's obviously other people involved, but right now, considering I don't know anything about the Bengals or these players, Roger Goodell and Andrew Whitworth are already stealing NFL's money. And it could have to do with the fundraising. So I'm hearing fundraising. We talked about Trey, Chase, where did I write Trace Higgins? I feel like I already said that. Like I haven't written him on the board. Why is his name not on the board? Oh, it's right here. He's not involved in the stealing. Trey isn't either. So this must be the big wigs. Joe Burrow's not involved. Like the commissioners, maybe personal staff, some of them are involved. Some personal staff. So Okay. All right, let's wrap this one up and get into another. Let me just take pictures for the screenshots. Ugh. I didn't want to have to stand up, but I do. This is my shadow. Oh, yeah. Okay. Find my eraser. It's like my dad's walking around. So confused. My mom has an appointment. Hold on. Hold on, guys. It's absolutely pouring. Oh, I'm going to hold the umbrella over our head. my God, the smell of this fish tank is killing me. Like they're both dirty. And they just clean the water. And this one, oh, the snail's up there. I put in new driftwood. So it made it kind of like reddish in there. I'm like, what the fuck? And I soaked that shit. They love the little tree in there, so I'm going to get them a bigger one. And I had to cancel my original order I had for the tank because I found out it was the dimensions were 6 feet and the table, the stand was only 4 feet because the guy gave me the wrong measurements. So now I have to go through the whole ordering process again. I probably won't have it until mid next week, I'm hoping. That's the hope. All right, so where's my eraser? Let's do another one. This one, it was in here. Just keeping all this shit together. I don't understand. All right. Hi. I was just saying, like, what are we going to talk about today? And I heard turtles. I hope it's not turtles. I mean, I love turtles, but I'm just saying. Why are they all... Why are you guys all over there? Why are you guys all over there? What do you have in your mouth? Nothing? Okay. Hi, peanut butter. Was I talking to that fish and I wasn't talking to my butter? Butter. Peanut butter and jelly. I'm getting pulled to presidents. Good morning. We just did football and espionage. That's gonna come out. Just heard dwarfism. I don't know what that's in regards to. And then CRISPR. So you gotta be kidding me. What are the current medical stats for 2025 with dwarfism? One in 20,000. A genetic bone disorder caused by mutation with the FGFR3 gene. What's wrong here? That would suck. Sorry I'm late. That would suck. I'm sorry for everyone here. Megan, What are we laughing about? There's FDA treatment. They still live a normal life, but it's a lot of them, there's just a lot of skeletal issues. Well, I should do abnormalities versus issues. So the ACHONDRO plasma PAL endometriology. So this is medicine. It's BioMarin's BOXZOGO, FDA approved. This is why it's caused. And this gene is just short statured. So every year between 1 in 20,000 to 3,000 live births result in this achondroplasia, according to the estimates. I had to click on it. Is most prevalent in humans. Most than 90% of cases of dwarfism is caused by dysplasia. Each year, 1 in 30 births end up having it, according to estimates. Between 1 in 9 people per 100,000 of general population worldwide. So 1 out of 9 per 100,000. There's millions and millions. Okay, so the medicine is covered in the United States, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, UK, Japan, and India. All that stuff might kick in between 18 and 24 months of age. 80% of the patients develop the achondroplasia because of spontaneous alteration of the FGFR gene, while remaining 20% inherited from the parents. So it's almost like they're bound to get it. So developing treatments to improve bone growth to address associated health complications, including the FDA-approved drug. vosoritide, which is this. Ongoing clinical trials for new therapies, pathways, genetics. I mean, okay. So, there must be something going on worldwide. I know something obviously medical is coming into play here with this new drug to try to help like bones, that type of stuff. But then that means we're mixing, I feel like something with CRISPR here in the sense of duplicating, or, you know, like Molly, the sheep. Is her name Molly? Or Dolly? Like duplicating DNA. They're duplicating DNA. I don't. Why would we be duplicating DNA with dwarfism? We duplicate DNA called DNA repletion, research new shells, genetic formation. Okay. I knew I had to put the phone down and let spirit just kind of guide me on this one. We duplicate DNA replication to ensure new cells receive proper functioning. So we must be doing something wrong if we're duplicating. Yeah, see, this is the wrong approach. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not educated enough on this. I'm just giving you what Spirit wants you to know. I don't even want to write Spirit says. I think I did on the other one too. I'm just going to do is wrong approach. So I don't know if they work with CRISPR. Does CRISPR work with the gene FGFR3 for dwarfism? Yes. CRISPR technology. I knew I heard CRISPR. Here we go again. CAS9 technology shows promise. Shows promise associated with the ACHON again. Plasma. I knew I heard CRISPR. So I don't I'm not crazy about CRISPR, guys. Everyone has their own opinion. How to say
Achondroplasia.
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 So achondroplasia. Anybody needs that breakdown? So there's something wrong going on here. Something strange in the neighborhood. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. I would not be. No, see, I just heard. I'm just the advocate. I'm not the advocate. I'm just the messenger here, and I don't know if this is trying to say if you're in line for, put in duplicate DNA replications for you to receive new cells. I don't know if that's the best thing for you. And Spirit's saying correct. So I don't know how new this is. I think it's pretty new. It sounds like it's pretty new. So technology allows precise editing of DNA, the ability to correct FGFR3 mutations in mice models. That's awful. Mice studies. Didn't I say something about mice the other day? One study focused on optimizing technology surprise correction mutation there. Future decisions. The findings open a path to develop genetic therapies for people with achondroplasia. In addition, gene therapy, other treatments can be studied. They're trying to make some type of inhibitor. That would destroy receptors. But I'm being told that's dangerous. So they're comparing a mouse's DNA to human DNA. So I don't just know that I can't stress this enough. So I don't know if somebody's going to come across this or if this is me. Why are we researching this? Only because it's what came to me. And when I came on this morning, I heard football and then espionage, and then we read on that. And this, I just heard dwarfism, so we're going with dwarfism. And this is apparently important because this new thing that they're doing, which looks like it's approved, is the wrong approach, and it's going to be dangerous. So I don't know if it's linked to so it seems to be linked to the medicine here, which is new. So how is VOXZOGO VOX I spelled it Stop it. VOX. Not a C. X. CO. How is it administered? Daily injection. Okay, so we know it's an injection. So link to duplicating the DNA replications. They call it a miracle drug, covering the needs of that. It targets the overactive FGFR3 signaling differentiation. Saying it restores certain things, helps with cartilage redevelopment. So this is the newest medicine. November 2021, FDA approved, but this was written the 24th. February 15, 2024. The results have shown positive results in increased linear growth in children with achondroplasia. Improvements in height Z-score compared with placebo. Just daily medication for a long time. It shows growth with the Noonan syndrome. But evidence suggests that that medicine could positively impact growth in children with idiopathic short stature, which is dwarfism. $300,000 a year. So they're just marketing off this, but so that means people have been using this for 4 years. Peanut butter, don't poopy, no poo-poo. No poo-poo on my board. If anybody watches this and you're new, that is peanut butter. Side effects of VOXZOGO. Vomiting, swelling, redness, warmth, hives, joint pain, dizziness, low blood pressure, stomach pain, nausea. Feel like you have the flu. It may cause serious side effects, including temporary decrease in blood pressure with some patients. Dizziness, tiredness. 3 common side effects: upset stomach, dry mouth, drowsiness. A side effect is considered serious, and if the result is death, life-threatening hospitalization, disability, permanent damage, or exposure to conception, or during pregnancy, cause birth defect. The negative sides: diarrhea, blood clot risk, headache, high pressure, muscle, joint pain, flu-like symptoms, cough. It's administered. If you miss a dose, it can't can't be administered within 12 hours. Side effects within 1 or 2 weeks. Has anyone died taking the medicine? No deaths have been reported directly related to medicine. That means, however, there's fatal respiratory arrest treatments with infants. So they want to say it's not linked to the medicine because it's generally well tolerated. No deaths have been reported as directly related to the medication. I mean, that's a given anyway. You know, CRISPR wants to make money. Hospitals wants to make money. Laboratories want to make money. So there has been plenty of deaths. It's just nobody's linking it to the medicine. There's no evidence of acceleration bone age or negative changes bone mineral density. So it doesn't even seem, well, it's not related to that medicine. Approved for patients 4 months of age and older. Jesus. It can give you an inch a year in between ages of 6 to 19. Height increase up to 11 inches over 24 months. But see, that's not good. Spirit's telling me that's not good. I'm sure anyone who has dwarfism wants to go with this is amazing. But there's going to be something that comes out in regards to what CRISPR is doing in regards to this, because they're the ones manufacturing this vaccine. So there is definitely fatal long-term outcomes here, because I know it's been on the market for 4 years, but Spirit says that's the wrong approach, not to take that medicine. That medicine is bad for you. It's dangerous. It's been here since 2021, on market since 2021. So yeah, I agree with you, Cynthia. We're becoming very trusting of what's told when it comes to us. Yeah, that's a little scary too, because Spirit is, not only is it dangerous, it's very dangerous, and there's going to be fatal repercussions. We're going to start seeing them more in 2026. 2026, 2027. Now, my thing is, with this, they want you to know it now. I wish I had more for people who come across this channel when it comes to dwarfism, because I don't know much about it. I just, I just deliver the messages. But those who have achondroplasia, not everybody does. I would not take that medicine. So I don't know if there's going to be an increase in this drug in 2025. Okay, so increase of drug 2025, and it's VOXZOGO. And fatal repercussions in 2026. So if you're a parent here, you're dealing with this, or your friend is dealing with it, and you're like, oh, I want to go with that medicine, this and that. Like, you might feel like, I don't know. This is a hard one for me to explain to you, because you have to, this is your child. And when it comes to your child, I'm never going to tell you what's right or wrong. I'm just going to deliver the message that Spirit wants you to know. There's going to be a lot of fatal repercussions in 2026 and 2027 that will be linked to this drug. And there's going to be an increase in 2025. So right now they don't want to link it to anything, but this is definitely what it is. And I think they're going to try to reverse it with a different drug that's going to be just as dangerous. So fucked up. I'm hearing recall. I don't know which one is going to be recalled. Yeah, it's going to be recalled. So there's going to be increase of this drug and a recall in 2026. I don't like that. I really don't even know what to say to you parents out there right now. Anybody who's watching this or is considering, going this route. And you're going to be hearing a lot of people and a lot of good things about it, and it's going to make you want to do it. But Spirit's saying, please don't. There's going to be repercussions, and they're going to attempt to create a drug that supposedly they might even take your own duplicated cells. Or they're going to try to use those cells. So if this medicine is duplicating DNA replication of new cells, I think those new cells are going, if they're duplicated, those new cells, now they're going to have more cells in the body, double the amount of cells in the body that don't work. Because if they're duplicating, whatever new cell growth is not going to be the same as beforehand because the drug interferes. So, double cells duplicated. So, double cells caused by medicine, caused by meds. So now we have double cells in our body, which are duplications of or replicas of new cell growth. But now we have, which makes times 2 cells times 2, I want to say poisoned cells. And that's probably why there's going to be some fatal repercussions, because if the new cells are replicated, so new cells replicated, the new cells replicated is just going to be those cells, but the poisoned by Vox. So now you have more cells in your body that are poisoned. So all the new growth cells are going to become poisoned. Guys, this could be a trigger warning too for whoever is dealing with this in medication. It's just reverse side effects. Some of you, if you were to get off of it now, you would have your chance. Your child could live a whole entire lifespan, just like the rest of us. Okay. They have certain cells. They have that FGFR R3 gene, which causes this, but they're better. I mean, it is what it is. You already have the dwarfism. Don't go and try to make yourself taller. You're fucking with your bone structure. You're fucking with your cells, your organs, your brain, your blood, everything here. Just so your kid can be taller. So you're making decisions for an underage child in the first place. 6-year-old, I want to be taller. Yeah, don't, I want to be a baller. Don't we all want something? But they have to accept it's only going to add like a foot on. And in the meantime, your skeletal structure, I think, might even end up worse than it was, because you're altering room for new growth. Like, then what happens with your spine when it gets stretched? So please be careful with this drug. I know you want to give your child a shot, but there's still going to be a dwarf. They're still going to have dwarfism. That's not going to go away. And with you making them taller, it's probably going to affect the bone structure at some point. Like, I think you can stop taking it now and you're probably okay. I don't know what the time limit is. If you're already doing it for a year, you can stop and you're going to be okay. Anything after 2 years, if you've been doing it longer than 2 to 3 years, I don't think you can reverse the side effects here. It will become dangerous. I'm not saying you guys are going to die by any means. It's just you're going to start noticing things that aren't right, more problems. And I hear parents being like, well, they said the drug was working, but you go for a scan and it's not. And growth is hard enough. Why add pain to more growth? Let me look over here. That sounds, oh, Cynthia, that's so funny. I just said that. It sounds like there's too much pain to put somebody with growth. It's hard enough. But now I brought to the innards and the organs, smaller packages near appropriate care, unaccepting. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I have an aunt on my ex's side. She has dwarfism. It ran on the mother's side, but nobody else got it. She was the only one that had that mutation gene. Could be from the father's side too, I'm not sure, but she's the only one in the family. So we weren't worried, but we were aware that it's like twins, the next generation or something. Like, I was highly aware that there's a chance that I could have delivered a child with dwarfism. I mean, I haven't thought about that in so long. I just heard someone's pregnant. Maybe they're carrying somebody with dwarfism, a child with dwarfism. So be careful, because I think this drug is going to get a lot of press on how well it's doing. But the fatal repercussions could come 2 years after this. If it's only been 2 to 3 years, Spirit's suggestion is get off of it now. So this could be something that they're also increasing in the drug in 2025. They're putting new things in it. So I don't know if they're going to tell you about that. I don't think Spirit's saying no. So in 2025, which has already started, okay, they're saying CRISPR has already developed I'm going to go with secret. They already developed. I don't know what they're putting in it. What are they putting in it? They must have changed something in it so they don't feel like they have to tell you. Because the FDA is okay with stuff like that. If it has to do with something else that's linked to it, they don't have to put it on the bottle. And CRISPR certainly wouldn't. Something new that they're putting in this medicine. So it's already being administered and people don't know. So that's fucked up. So they already incorporated something here into the drug. Already incorporated something in this drug. And guys, they're allowed to do that because if it has anything linked to the same type of medicine and they're just supplementing one thing for another, and it's still considered part of that, the FDA will still approve it without you knowing changes are being made because it's linked to the previous medicine. So this seems to be like this drug is going to get really big in 2025, and it is extremely dangerous, guys. I'm already hearing they're looking at it under the microscopes with the cells, the cell growth. I don't know if they're trying to expand the bone growth here. So it probably has something to do with bone growth, which could be very, very dangerous. Like, what happens when you stop taking this medicine? Does your spine shrink again? Because this is going to affect the skeletal abnormalities. They're just going to add more abnormalities here. So they're actually they're targeting the abnormal cells. I think they know that this is bad, whatever they're targeting, they know. See, how can people like that, I can see protesters in front of the building. It could be CRISPR labs, but it's just labs in general. So they're adding abnormalities. How would I say that? Abnormalities. So they must be adding more mutations. So they're adding more mutations that causing more abnormalities. So they actually already started adding more mutation cells, causing more abnormalities caused by this medicine. And they're doing it because they want a successful 2025, right? So this is going to be like the drug of the year talk type thing for some reason. So I don't know if there's going to be more dwarfism in 2025 within like the last 2 years, more dwarfism. And now all of a sudden they're like, all right, well, maybe we'll try this. I'm hearing malnutrition. How about stop making pills for malnutrition? Well, they probably already do that, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe your kids aren't eating. It's one of the side effects. They're not eating. You know, just give fluids, Jello. It's something a doctor would say until like. So that's somebody's message if you start this drug in 2025 and somebody is not eating. I would stop it. I wouldn't just wait weeks and weeks. Especially if they're under 2. And I just heard my kids still have it too. They have that gene where it gets passed down generation. So if it comes from the farther side of the grandmother of the aunt I was talking about, then it probably is closer to the other side. But because it was, I think it's like it would be your mom's sister who had the dwarfism, and then they have a son or daughter that can also have a child with dwarfism because it runs in the blood. So it runs in the mother. Unless it was a fluke thing and the father had that gene and only somebody carried the gene and only one child. And they had more after her, so they were special to her. So that's not an issue, but teasing, I'm hearing the things they must go through. So I don't know if you're feeling so bad for your child and, you have a child that's advocating for themselves and they want to try it. I think you're just going to add on more complications. Like you might see some height increase, but you're adding more complications to the skeletal structures. Good morning. Can I call you right back? I'm just finishing up the YouTube. Okay. I'll call you back. I just don't want to get it out of this. I'm on my other channel, so I just want to finish this up.
Okay.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Just be careful. I'm so sorry to deliver this message. Honestly, I am. But, what I was saying, my kids, I'm hearing my kids could have it too. Like my kids can, give birth to someone who's a dwarfism, has dwarfism. It's like all my kids are, walking breast cancer targets because both the grandmothers and great grandmas both died of breast cancer. I just dodged cervical cancer 2 years ago. Took out my hysterectomy. I just dodged having to do radiation. So pay attention to your body, like what's happening in the inside of your body here. Because I'm talking about dwarfism. So
it can happen to anybody, my children. And if it's not my children, it could be my children's children. No, my daughter's not pregnant. I'd be gloating every day about that. But my kids can have children with dwarfism. You know? So we always know CRISPR is making all sorts of stuff, and a lot of it is very dangerous, but a lot of people love it because of their advanced technology. But you know what? Everything they're pretty much doing within that company is just fucking wrong. Because they can outsmart the public, they can add things with the FDA approval. Like, there's already so much stuff that's been taken off the market with CRISPR because of finding out afterwards they added more mutations to something or more cells to something. Okay, so do your fucking research for those who like this company, because this company is, it's not beneficial to us. You know, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that, you know, but yeah, asthma's hereditary too. I was like, how'd I get it? No one in my family has it. I gave it to Jade. So someone in my family down the line, but it runs in the ex's family too. So we could have got it from either of us. My asthma came with age. On-call asthma or something they call it. I don't know. I'm sure eventually we'll get back to this. I'm just going to leave it here for now. I'm so sorry for delivering off the mic. I'm so sorry for delivering those messages to you. I'm sorry. Just love your child for who they are. You know, it's not gonna regrowth its cells like that in the spots that have moved. Like, they only have so much of a spine. The more you alter their spine, I mean, they become paralyzed. Like, their body can only hold like some of these people are like 10 and super tiny, and you're doing this to your children so they can grow like a foot. I know you think it's like beneficial, but you have to think about the skeletal structure here. Like, who's thinking about their skeletal structures? And that's why they have cells in it for bone growth. So that way it's stronger maybe, but that's bullshit. You can't restructure an entire spine like that. It's just not a thing. That's why people, when they break their back, snap their neck, or somebody's still alive and they broke every bone in their spine, like, the odds of you surviving are slim. It could happen, but you'll never be the same, and chances are you'd be paralyzed. You know, you can't fix the spine like that. The spine is already settled. That's like saying you could fix musculoskeletal issues, and it can't. So what's compensating for all the space when their spine grows? Is it just taking care of the scoliosis, the curve? Because in that case, I can see them growing some inches. But if this is making the spine grow versus, you know, the bend, then that will be better for patients who had that word and I forget. But that's not what I'm being told. It's stretching your spine. because you're stretching bones in the legs, the knees, everything, right? It's going to affect the spine, and you don't know if their leg is going to bow out or go to the left or go to the right. Now you're messing with your children's knees. I mean, this has only been on the market for 4 years, and they're saying they're showing successful things, but when I looked up the negative, there's been a lot of deaths, but they're just not linking it to this drug. But these children were on this drug, but they're not linking it to the drug. And they already added a new mutation to this drug, which is only going to be adding more abnormalities. This is so fucked up. I hate that fucking company. I really do. And I know a lot of people, if it wasn't for CRISPR, if it wasn't for this medication and technology, yeah, maybe there was a medication out there that helped you, but a majority of their fucking medications and what they're doing and creating and duplicating children, and that's fucked up and it's fucking wrong. And these children are like stuck, it almost reminds me of, what's that movie with all the kids that look like animals? That was a really good series. But it almost reminds me like that, like secretly giving birth, and messing with your child, like giving your child, more intelligent DNA, giving your child, you want the brown hair gene and the green eyes. Like, you could design your own child. At that point, you might as well just purchase a fucking robot that looks like a child at that point. I mean, you're altering DNA, your children, your future children, to look and think and act like somebody. Like, that's crazy. That's what money does. You got money like that, you can design your own fucking child. They're capable of it, guys. CRISPR is capable of doing that. Go watch things on CRISPR. Go look up what I just said. I know they were just kind of in the public eye with something. So actually, I think I pulled to it last week. I think I said something, and I was like, "Oh, I heard CRISPR. Well, this has to do with it." So I don't know what it was, but is there currently headline news in regards to CRISPR in the last week or two? And protesters too. Supposed to help sickle cell disease, transfusions, beta, TBT, TDT. Ongoing CRISPR clinical trials to treat genetics, blood disorders, diabetes, cardiovascular. I know they're making a lot of huge improvements, but it's what they're doing. It's the other bad things that they're doing. And technically, strange things happened weeks before Food and Drug Administration approved the first treatment of CRISPR gene editing, an all but cure for certain patients with sickle cell. But they haven't found any cure since they've been out since 2020. Well, was legal when? 2023 was the first one approved. But nothing has been, they've cured nothing in those years, guys. So they haven't cured genetic diseases. They haven't cured blood disorders. They haven't cured diabetes. They haven't cured cardiovascular diseases, immune disorders. They haven't cured any of them. Okay? So what they do is experiment, especially the malaria and mosquitoes, and they take those and, working with mice, comparing it to a human fucking body. So just, heads up, will CRISPR cure aging? Well, they want to. However, recent research suggests that DNA modification technology known as CRISPR has the potential to regenerate our own stem cells and reverse aging. So now you're going to go and take medicine and reverse your aging? For what? Why? Because you're fucking materialistic and fancy smancy, high maintenance, and don't want fucking wrinkles? Go fuck yourself. New sickle cell treatments open door for potential gene modify. All they do is play with genes, guys. Could fix high cholesterol, HIV, AIDS. I'm hearing no, correct? We are developing a CRISPR-based DNA vaccine enhancer for COVID-19. Oh, yeah, so y'all want to do that again? The fuck out of here. Now CRISPR is gonna, future viral threats. And in the future, I told you with certain diseases that are coming, you cannot go to the hospital by ambulance unless they vaccinate you. And that's coming our way. I'm telling you that it's... in the next 5 years for 2025, the upcoming 5 years, due to the fact that therapies demonstrate their effectiveness in addition to safety in the world of settings, will pave the way. We anticipate and perceive the first wave of CRISPR/Cas9 therapies receiving regulatory approvals over and above entering the market, which is one of those drugs, the Vox. Will go, you know what I mean? So, and I just said that they're going to start pushing more and more drugs, CRISPR, in 2025. So depending on, I don't know, guys. I just want to stick with this. All I know is that you do not want that new drug for future attacks with COVID. It's not your attack, guys. It's in the air. It's still here. It wasn't meant to go away. It's going to come and go. It's another disease that's just a new addition to fucking Gaia, unfortunately. And it's laboratories like CRISPR that make shit like that as well. If they can find a cure, they can make the virus. You'd have to know how to make the virus in order to cure it. So that says a lot about companies like that too, in my opinion. Dangerous. So I'm really sorry for those who are dealing with a company or, this new, they're just pushing the new drugs in 2025, and there's going to be fatal repercussions in 2026 and 2027. So be very careful with what gets developed with CRISPR in the next couple years. I wouldn't be taking anything that company manufactures in 2025 at all. This is like companies that can literally alter our DNA with an injection. Pretty fucking scary. This is why I said, that whole conspiracy theory where the vaccination was actually adding it, was making you get it, and it was freezing people's shoulders and legs. I mean, you name it. There's been so many issues already from that vaccination, and now they're making a future vaccination for when it comes around again, and it's going to be stronger vaccination for us so we don't get it. That's bullshit. They're probably just putting deformed cells into your system, so in 2 years you're now part of that clan that's has fatal repercussions. Because I don't think it's just going to be just that medicine. What? That's just a theory? No, it's not a theory. I just pulled it up online. It's not a theory. It's online. What is the new vaccine that CRISPR is making for a future crisis with COVID-19? I don't know if it has a name yet. The IGI Institute Improve Immune Responses. CRISPR Enhancers of DNA Vaccines 2025. CRISPR-based DNA vaccine enhancers for COVID-19 would radically reduce the timeline to develop it in the future. So fuck that shit. This is a shot just for the future. Like, what the fuck? But, anywho. Pretty fucking sad if you ask me. I love you guys. I'm going to let this go. I'm so sorry for delivering this message, but it's an important one. And we did football beforehand. Damn, I meant to write the time. I want to write the time on this, so let me go to my YouTube. I did football first. So I've been on for 2.5 hours. I can't, it says I was live an hour and 10 minutes, but I have not been doing this for over an hour and a half. So I'll find the timestamp. So I'm going to end this because I need, but I want you guys to have the timestamp. Shit. Can I go back on this, on the video? Can I edit? Can I see the video? No, I can't get into the videos like that. Share screen. Share this video. WhatsApp app, X, Pinterest. I'd share it on Twitter, but I don't have a Twitter. Is Twitter on there? I mean, I have a Twitter. Twitter is not up there. That's shocking. Huh. Off my head. Okay. I will put it in the timestamp, and I will also do starts at, and then I will stick it on this for those to go back and watch it. All right. I love you guys. I'll be back at some point, I'm sure. I love you so much. Bye.